We will be consulting the cards on what you are ready to hear right now. What are you ready to hear right now that you don't already necessarily know about yourself or about the path ahead? Whatever decides to come up in the cards. I'm just cleansing the space here with Palo Santos. The smoke is amazing for grabbing onto that negative energy and just whisking it away. And that's why I like to cleanse the space before I get started with something that's going to be touching on using spirit and channeling messages from higher beings and higher realms and whatever else would like to come through, your guides, ancestors, my guides or ancestors, to convey a message to you. Today we are going to be using the Everyday Witch Tarot deck. I absolutely love this tarot deck because the visuals on the cards just do such a good job conveying the energy, basically, and it does a really good job with conveying the heavier energies without being too overwhelming, and also really good at conveying the happier energies without being too overwhelming as well. It's good to have a balance between enthusiasm and joy and heartache and pain. So don't know why I had to say that, but I guess the message needed to come out. So let's go ahead and get started with shuffling. I'm still kind of awkward about the shuffling. My hands are smaller than the average hand, so it's hard to grab onto the cards appropriately. And I keep my nails fairly short just because I do a lot of gardening and I do a lot of artwork and, working with wood and metal, and it's very difficult to keep my nails long when I've got other things to do with my hands. So let's see. Tell us, Spirit, what these lovely viewers need to know that they don't necessarily already know. Okay. I like to read intuitively. That's how I've always done it. Sometimes a structured layout is nice, especially if you're going for something specific. But today it's going to be more of a free flow to see what is going to come out and what we're going to come across here. Okay, well, first of all, you've got 2 major arcana cards already, which is huge. Basically, major arcana cards tell us that the energy that is in your life right now is very kind of out of your hands or out of your control, and that can be a good thing. It's not always a bad thing to have life be moving without you having to do much about it. It can be a good thing or it could be a bad thing, but from what I'm seeing in these cards is that it's a good thing. So okay, first, we're starting off with the Queen of Cups. So Queen of Cups is all about overabundance or just an abundance of emotions. I did say overabundance. So maybe you're experiencing a lot of emotions right now, either about a particular person in your life or about events in your life or events that are about to happen. I just had marriage pop up into my mind, whether that's your marriage or somebody else's marriage. Maybe you know somebody who's getting married or your best friend's getting married, or if that's something you want for your future. Either way, that little tidbit resonates with you or not is totally going to be different for everybody. This is a general reading, so I'm getting a lot of different messages and energy coming through. But really what I'm seeing here is I see someone, and maybe even a woman. This could be you or someone you know in your life or have known in your life, or they are just full of emotion. They are abundant in their emotions. They're overflowing with their emotions. And these emotions are a good thing. They're not necessarily a bad thing. So it's very interesting to see this card come out first, because I'm getting sort of a past energy read here, that this is something that you have experienced or have experienced with somebody else. And it's very interesting that the Queen of Cups in this, if you look at these cards here, she's facing away from everyone else. And in fact, they're all kind of facing different directions. It's sort of like, we've got the High Priestess card in the middle, and she's looking straight forward. And then we've got the Chariot card at the very end to the right, and she's facing to the right, and the Queen of Cups on the left is facing to the left. So it's like these two females are flanking this High Priestess. So keep in mind this Queen of Cups energy, okay? This has a lot to do with your emotions, your emotional well-being, your emotional abundance, the way you feel, love overflowing. It can be related to anybody that's a female in your life. This may even just be referring to yourself here with this card. And you can see here that she is pregnant in the card, and that's usually reserved for the Empress, but in this deck, she appears to be pregnant. So this to me is telling me that there is going to be a change with the emotions, like a new beginning, a birthing of a new set of emotions that maybe you haven't necessarily dipped into yet before, or have dipped into, and now you're kind of seeing how far it can take you as far as, the abundance that comes with that. And so, and I love how, I just noticed these dolphins in the background. My eye was just directly brought to these dolphins that I've never actually noticed before in the card. And what that's telling me is this is like a happy time, or there's been happy times, and you're hoping that these happy times carry you further into the future. This is what you want to grow. This is what you want to bring forward with you. This is the energy that a lot of people really enjoy as the Queen of Cups upright. And like I said, it can be a bit overwhelming if you're not used to that, but it's something to embrace. This is a good card. This is a happy card. I see that her blouse or her cape and her dress are blowing in the wind enough to knock the water out of this shell that she's holding. However, she doesn't look bothered at all, and it's not like tumultuous winds. It's just enough to bring in that nice cool breeze on a hot summer day. And so it's like a relief for you is coming, or has come to you, and you wish to carry that forward. Okay, and now in the middle, we've got the High Priestess card. Now the High Priestess card, she is very full of wisdom. She has a lot of wisdom. All of these books back here are reserved for her eyes only, and she has read every single one of them and has absorbed the information. So, and she's consulting here not only runes, but also cards and her crystal ball. So she's really, and maybe even some candle magic here. She's really getting in touch with her intuition and really asking herself, what is it that I need to do for myself? And really listening to that inner voice that she's got. And all of these tools, the books, the knowledge, the candles, the tarot cards, the crystal ball, the runes, even the cat, they all point towards tools that are used to get in touch with your inner intuition, with your intuition. So that is something that I feel at this time you would very much benefit from. And maybe you even have a special connection with the high priestess. Maybe you feel like deep down inside of you, you are the high priestess. And it's sort of like, okay, well, I'm learning to connect with myself and ask those important questions of what is it that I need? Because this Queen of Cups energy is beautiful energy, and it's something that we want to keep in our lives. And in order to keep that good energy flowing forward into our lives, we need to consult our inner guidance for that. What is our intuition saying about each moment of each day? And it takes practice. It really does. It's a skill, it's a muscle that you have to use and grow in order for it to get stronger and more clearer. So if you're worried about like, well, I can't tell the difference between my thoughts and my intuition, that's okay. It takes practice. The way I tell between my thoughts and my intuition is honestly, I tell myself a lie. I tell myself a truth, and then I tell myself a lie. Because that's the thing, is your thoughts can tell you lies or truth, but your intuition can only tell you the truth, whether you want to hear it or not, whether your thoughts agree with it or not. Your intuition will tell you the truth. So that's kind of how you test it is, okay, tell yourself a truth, maybe your name or your birthday, and then feel how that feels inside of your body, and then do the same thing, but lie about it. So ask yourself the same question, like, okay, if it's your birthday or your name or your favorite flavor of ice cream, I don't care, whatever you want, tell yourself the opposite of that, or something you don't like at all, and then feel how that feels inside your body. Usually it's a crunchy or a inward or a shrinking away, like it's sort of like curls up on itself. It feels tighter. It doesn't feel as open or free or clean. And so maybe even just take that and practice a little bit with yourself, and that will help bring a lot of clarity into your situation. So let's move on to the Chariot. Okay, so the last card in this 3-card spread is the Chariot. Now, the Chariot is basically literally asking itself, which way do I go? She's on a mission going somewhere. I mean, this cat right here is dressed up to the nines to go somewhere, and they are ready and are on their way. And so being able to decide this way or that way, honestly, both ways look fine. They look fine. So it's sort of like whichever way you choose for yourself is going to be the right decision. But you've got to take the time to go within and ask yourself, what is going to be emotionally fulfilling for me? That's the direction you need to go. Okay, now everything's coming much more clear. And I'm honestly really curious about what's on the bottom of the deck here. Oh my gosh. Okay. It's the Hierophant. That is another major arcana. Okay, you have more major arcanas here than any other card, which means that life is moving forward whether you want to go with it or not. So this spread here is telling you, get in touch with your intuition, get on board with your soul's desires. And when I say soul's desires, it's the things that bring you genuine peace, the things that bring you genuine joy, the things that are your favorite. It is a time in your life to choose those things for yourself. I'm really, really getting the strong impression here that the Queen of Cups is you, the viewer. You are the Queen of Cups, and you have a lot to offer this world. And I feel like, because this is like in the past energy, this is like how you felt, but I don't know if you've actually had the opportunities open to you yet. It's like I'm just noticing this, like she's like offering it to the Hierophant over here, and the Hierophant is just like doing her own thing here, and the Hierophant is about structures and institutions, whether that's like a church or it could even be like institutions of the law or whatever, but it's about tradition. It's about like marriage. It could be seen as a marriage card because marriage is like is a very traditional thing that it requires churches and governments to come together and help these two people get married by law. So yeah, like the Hierophant is showing these students how to do what she's doing, and she is clearly a master at this. And the number of the Hierophant is number 5, and number 5 is all about change. Number 5, if you ever see 555 or whatever, number 5 just pops up a lot for you. It is telling you, hey, things are about to change. So get in tune with yourself, get in tune with your wants, your needs, and your desires. Raise your vibration. Be careful. Be careful of thinking negative thoughts. Be careful of what you wish for, because you just might get it. It's sort of like things are moving forward, and it's kind of up to you to steer yourself in the direction that you want to go. And it's really going to take getting in touch with your intuition. And that's going to really unlock your potential and your ability to give to the world what the gifts that you have inside of you. Now, if you're watching this and you're saying, well, I don't have any gifts, or I don't know what my gifts are, that's okay, because being able to discover and uncover your gifts is a gift in and of itself. Be your own archaeologist and start digging through your inner riches and see what kind of stuff you can come up with. Test some stuff out. Try something new. It's a beautiful, beautiful time right now to do things that you've never done before. All the energy in the whole world and our solar system and the universe right now is all pointing us towards our inner soul's desires and how to make that happen in the 3D physical world that we live in. This world is got its rules, it's got its regulations, gravity is a thing. However, you can take those dreams and those desires and those wants and those wishes and pull them out of the ether from your emotional body, from your mental body, from your spiritual body, and bring them down to earth and make it happen. It's about making those small choices that take you in the direction of your joy and your happiness, that's going to allow things to unfold in a way that's going to be extremely emotionally fulfilling for you. So this is a really powerful reading, and I am really excited for where you're going. I'm curious, where are you going in your life? Because this is success. If you just get in touch with yourself and your emotions and figure out exactly what your intuition is saying, you're going to be able to pick a direction. You're going to be able to get moving. You're going to have the willpower and the strength to keep this going. You're going to be in balance. You're going to stay in balance, and you're going to be able to move forward. So let's talk about if these cards were reversed. Let's talk about that for a second, because I don't like to read reversals. I don't like to show reversals, but I do speak for them regardless. So let's say the High Priestess was upside down. I did notice when I was pulling it out of the deck that it did want to be upside down, but I chose not to have it upside down just for my own visual preference. Basically what it's saying is that part is blocked right now. You're very much having a problem or struggling with getting in touch with your intuition and getting clear on which direction to go, getting clear on what your inner being is trying to say to you. Maybe it's because there's a lot of emotions flying around. Maybe you're dealing with structures that are beyond your control, like job, workplace, maybe your religious beliefs. Maybe you are part of an institution that kind of keeps you in a certain structure in your life, and you're kind of well, is it emotionally fulfilling? Do I need to take a different direction? And which direction do I go? Well, the High Priestess would have the answer for that. The High Priestess would be able to consult this woman on which direction to go. She would be able to consult any of these women on which direction to go. So the fact that it wanted to be reverse tells me that that's blocked. And so working on unblocking your inner voice from being shut out is really important. I wanted to say that maybe there's too many opinions of other people flying in your mind. And this could come from like actual people that just are chatting in your ear constantly or constantly want your attention. Maybe you have kids and they just want your attention all the time. So it's really hard to find that solitude and that quiet and that peace to be able to actually take the time to go within. Or if it's not children, maybe it's coworkers. If it's not coworkers, maybe it's friends. If it's not friends, maybe it's the news and the newspaper that you watch, or maybe you distract yourself too much by watching videos like this. Not calling you out or anything, but I'm just saying that's something to think about, because I have been here before where I couldn't hear my intuition. And the biggest culprit of that was actually my physical health. So being in pain makes it really hard to hear your inner voice, because your inner voice is just saying, get me out of pain. So take care of your health, drink lots of water. That's funny because this card doesn't really represent the health at all, but it's really coming up for me right now to just say, like, make sure you're getting enough sleep. Make sure you're not oversleeping. Make sure you get some exercise, watch your diet, drink water. For goodness sakes, drink more water than you do coffee, okay? Or at least equal parts, okay? Like, do that for yourself. And it's going to make your inner voice be able to come out more clearly, because it's not like the inner voice ever goes away. It's just that our mental body and our thoughts are so loud that it's hard to like hear what we actually want. Let's say that you've got a lot of good choices in front of you. Like there's a lot of emotionally fulfilling things that you're juggling with right now, but maybe you feel a bit overwhelmed, or maybe you're getting sick, or maybe you just would like to simplify your life, or not feel so stressed out, or be able to have more time for yourself. Well, this is asking you to go within and be like, okay, what is it that I can focus on that's going to be the most emotionally fulfilling, and then making the decision to take you on that path. I do have to say the Chariot is a number 7 card, and that is the number of good luck in a good way. I'm not being sarcastic here, like good luck to you. No, it's basically you are assured victory. This card is a card of victory, and so it's sort of like, don't worry, because you're going to be able to break free from the blockage of being able to listen to your inner voice. And sometimes it just takes time and working on balancing yourself out, because that's coming up twice already. Actually, it's kind of funny. I just noticed. So there's 2 palm trees here. Okay, there's 2 candles here, and there's 2 signposts here. So it really is calling out to make sure you feel in balance. Like your work and home life is balanced, your home and social life is balanced, your family life and your friends' life is balanced, your alone time and your time out is balanced, the amount of noise and media consumption you do versus meditation and quiet is balanced. Like, make sure that your outer world is balanced. And balance doesn't necessarily mean 50-50. Some people can do like 80% social life, 20% alone time, and feel balanced. I, however, can't. Like, it's kind of the opposite, like 80% alone time, 20% social time. And that's what makes me feel balanced. But just being, and also that, how much of which parts to help a situation feel balanced can fluctuate and change depending on how old you are, where you're at in life, whether you're going to school or not, whether you're working full-time or not, whether you're working overtime or not. It really depends on your external circumstances and how those make you feel in different variations and ratios. So that's up to you to decide. But just know that balance doesn't necessarily mean 50-50. It can be different percentages of different things. So to keep that in mind. And the fact that the Hierophant is another like 2 card. There's 2 people here, and they look very balanced there. This is on the bottom of the deck, so it's sort of like hidden energies of what is going on in your life. And even the Hierophant is saying, hey, your external structure could probably go into a little bit more balance. And I'm actually feeling drawn to like look at this next card, and it's funny, it's the Page of Swords. So Page of Swords, I've heard a lot talked about like being online, social media, spying on other people. Well, I don't want to say spying on, I don't know why that came out, spying on other people. Maybe you're spending your time involved in too much gossip. Maybe you're reading too much about the Kardashians. Maybe you need to like lay off the social media and like invest time into your own life rather than the lives of other people. I don't know. It's going to be different for everybody, so take that as you will. But this also is a card of learning. He's learning, even though he's awkward about it. Don't be afraid to start somewhere. Even if you have to like go out in the middle of nowhere and practice awkwardly by yourself with some knowledge. You know, he's only got like a fraction of the books she does. So it's like, it's okay to be uncertain, and it's okay to practice, even if you have to like go alone for a minute just to save yourself from feeling embarrassed enough to be able to actually work on it. So keep that in mind. Like, this is a student, like this is a card that I see it as being a student who's learning and, you know, is a bit awkward. And also I get the kind of gossipy vibes from this one for some reason. I don't know why, but just be careful with absorbing too much gossip or conveying too much gossip. That gossip honestly is one of the number one things that can throw you out of balance, because now all of your energy is like split between all these different stories and people, and it's like none of it's actually true. Most of it's speculation anyways. So it's like, be careful with that. It's like poison for the mind. Okay, so I have oracle cards. I really want to use them with this deck, so let's go ahead and do that right now. Let's see. Oh yes, here we go. We're gonna do Keepers of the Light Oracle. And I'm just gonna wing it, because that's the best way for me. Okay. Which Keeper of the Light has a message for my viewer for this card reading? What information would best serve them? Okay. And I'm getting the feeling to put this on the High Priestess. Nice. Okay, so this is the card of hope. Don't lose hope. That's basically what this card is saying here. I'll bring it up closer so you can see. Isn't she gorgeous? Here, I'll tap the thing so it'll focus better. Sort of focusing. There we go. I'm getting used to it. I just got this new tripod that holds my phone, and this is a new way to record for me, but so far I'm liking it. Let me know in the comments below if it works for you. But yes, okay, anyway, back to the cards. So the Hope card, I love the colors here. Like, so peachy, so summery, so vibrant and full of life. Yellow is all about that solar plexus, which is located around your gut. So be careful with your gut. Watch your gut health. Your gut is a huge seat of emotions. So if your gut is out of whack, your emotions are probably going to be out of whack. So be careful with that. I would know because I have a severe gluten intolerance, and so my gut gets messed up a lot, and I have to be really careful with what I eat and how much of it I eat and when I eat, and it's fun. But anyway, that's why, like, I don't speak from just out of nowhere. Sometimes I do, I guess, if spirit has something to say. But what I'm trying to say is that I only speak from experience when I give advice or say anything like that, because I'm not just gonna like regurgitate some information that I know nothing about. Like, no, I have to have experience with it for me to feel comfortable in even saying something. So, Hope, this card says love and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. So Oh my gosh, just like that is exactly how you're going to get in touch with your inner wisdom and your inner voice, is having those loving thoughts. Like, if it's hard to make choices if we're just shit talking ourselves all the time. So bringing yourself back into balance is going to require having more loving thoughts. And I definitely understand the struggle of this. I now get it why this card is so yellow, because the solar plexus is all about your self-worth and your value, your innate value, and your willpower. And this card is all about willpower too. So really, I feel like it's a time to grow this. And I just feel like I just got this impression that she's not gazing into a crystal ball, but maybe she's growing her solar plexus chakra. And the thing is like the solar plexus all the chakras spin clockwise. So, and this is spinning. So she's like kind of nurturing and growing this thing so that it can like spin and flourish and be its gloriously shiny, magnificent self. The solar plexus represents the sun. It's sun energy. It's masculine energy. And when I say masculine energy, I mean like the go and the out and the do. And so like being able to go with the balance. It's so funny because the High Priestess card is like one of the most feminine cards in the whole deck. It's really about that feminine quality of being able to, that feminine aspect of being able to go within, silence, darkness, incubation, meditation, and those things that bring you inwards into the self so that you can hear the self. And then once you've gathered information and wisdom from the deeper self, that's when you can reach out and do and have that willpower and make those choices and move forward in life, but in the direction that's going to bring you to your highest joy. Okay, all right, let's do another. I really love this deck. I'm gonna do another one, and I want to draw an oracle deck or oracle card for the Chariot. Okay, that's gonna be for the Queen of Cups, and I'll flip it over here in a second. And my nose keeps itching, which I'm not quite sure what that means, but I just know like when my nose starts running, or if it starts itching, or my throat kind of gets scratchy, or I start having to clear my throat a lot, it's because I'm like channeling spirit. Or if I start salivating a lot, I know that sounds ridiculous, but like channeling energy and channeling spirit actually moves energy through your body. So like that's why it can kind of stimulate those things to start having a runny nose or an itchy nose or whatever. Okay. So yeah, somebody might really have to watch their health. Like you might, I don't know if you would get like full on sick, but maybe it's like allergies or something. Like I put this little bee here, which I think is funny. That's also like yellow, and like citrine is all about, you know, the solar plexus, and then like the yellow here and the self-love, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, just be careful with like social events or being around people that are like not feeling well, or just, you know, be extra cautious with your health. Whenever you read this is a timeless reading. So it's like whenever you decide to watch this is when all these messages are going to be applicable to you, all in divine timing. So yeah, just be careful with allergies or getting sick or whatever. Just take care of your immune system is all I'm trying to say. Okay, let's draw a card for this guy. Okay. Ooh, Lord Shiva. How exciting. All right, let's see. What does Lord Shiva have to say to us? Okay, take a look at this card. It's really cute or pretty. Cute. I think everything's cute. Trying to get my camera to focus here. Good enough. Yeah. Okay. Well, all right. Lord Shiva is about transcendence. It says, rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. Oh my gosh. Okay. And then there's a snake here. The snake in this, with Lord Shiva represents like the slippery nature of our own thoughts, that you have to be really careful because our thoughts are very tempting. Like if you haven't noticed, every single thought your brain thinks wants your attention because your consciousness and your attention is a separate thing from the thoughts in your head. Like the thoughts in your head are its own thing, and then you are conscious awareness energy in a human body, like vessel. And so your brain's function is to think. So it's like over here thinking and you're observing, and you can either give, and then with your observation, you give something attention or energy. And so when you give thoughts energy, they grow. It's like putting fertilizer on a plant. It's gonna freaking explode. It's gonna get bigger. So be careful with the thoughts that you have. That's the second time, or is it the second time? I feel like it's the second time that that's been brought up in the cards for you, is like, be careful with your thoughts. Be careful with the way you're thinking in your inner world. Just be careful with that, because obviously there's a message there for you to bring that into balance between negative thoughts and positive thoughts. For every negative thought, you need to have like 3 positive thoughts at very minimum. So that just tells you how potent the negative thoughts are and how important positive thoughts are too. So this is about transformation and healing and transcendence. It's like you're literally rising up to a different level of reality if you want it. It's kind of up to you. Like, it's sort of up to you, as in you're the one living your life, and only you are the one living your life. Nobody can live your life for you. So it's up to you to choose how much of it you want to take control of or not. And then moving in and making those choices and moving in the direction that is going to take you to that higher level. Like, you're ready. You're ready. That's the feeling I keep getting, is like, you're ready. It's just a matter of like shifting those thoughts to be a little bit more positive, getting in touch with yourself just a little bit more, just enough to be able to make the decisions that are going to lead you down this amazing path of, basically, I feel like your wishes are coming true, whatever those wishes may be. You're going to the next level, whatever it is in your life, you're ready. Like, whatever it is in your life that can go to the next level is going to the next level. So that's why the universe is like, be careful with your thoughts, pay attention to your emotional well-being, get in touch with your intuition, and have willpower and make those decisions to move you forward in a positive way. Have hope, because you're going to a higher level. It's literally what it's saying right here. Okay. And now the Queen of Cups, El Moria, says awakening presence. Oh, wow. And I love how it's like blue, just like this card. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. It says, the universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. Okay. So I am seeing that protecting your precious emotions is so important right now. Like, protecting your emotional well-being is so important right now. Safeguard your emotions. Don't just give away your emotions to any old person. Put yourself first and really, really nurture your emotional well-being, because that's going to help shift your thoughts to be more positive. This is seriously saying to you, like, wear a cloak of protection and love. So love actually does work as a shield of protection, because you have to be careful with, be careful with the word protection, because it kind of sounds like you're this weak person that can't stand up for themselves, therefore you need protection. Like, no, this is saying that you have the power to protect yourself through love. Having love can act as a big bright shield around your energy field, that anything that tries to penetrate that's negative just gets burned up in the atmosphere of this loving energy that you can surround yourself with. So, like, paying attention to the things that you love, and I mean love. Get in touch with that emotion and start nurturing and putting attention and energy into those things that you love, and they will grow. So as far as like a cloak of protection and love, like, I keep wanting to share this personal story with you. It's a little bit of a personal story. It's more like what I do for protection is I imagine a pink bubble around me. Like, it's like a pink fairy tale bubble, or sometimes it's like a fuzzy pink bubble around me. And I just imagine like every single thing that's negative, whether it's coming off of a person or if I'm going into a the grocery store that's got some weird vibes going on in there. Like, it doesn't matter if I have visualized this pink fuzzy bubble around me, it's like egg shaped bubble around me, I know that any negative thing that tries to come in is just going to get burned up in the atmosphere of my bubble of love, I guess. And it is extremely helpful in being able for me to be able to like go places that I would otherwise be really uncomfortable in, like the grocery store. I don't really like the grocery store, if you can't tell, but you know, it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, I'm a human, I gotta eat, and my garden is not ready, so I gotta go to the grocery store. So here we go. And it's just like a chore. It's really a chore for me. Some people enjoy it, and that's more power to you. But to me, shopping is a chore. So I don't know why I went off on that rant. Maybe some of you don't like shopping as much. But anyway, so this is really saying, hey, you're awakening to your emotional depths right now. And that is going to help you move in such a positive direction, such a positive direction. I am actually like kind of jealous. Maybe this is like stuff like this happening in my life too. I don't know. Like, I'd have to sit and ponder it for a minute, but like, I'm so curious to know which direction you're going, because it's like maybe you don't even know, and that's the exciting part. It's like, I don't know where I'm going, and maybe the direction is knowing where you're going, and that's exciting too. So protect your precious, precious emotions. You deserve it, because you are a powerful being, and with the power of love, you can be safe from any level of negativity, because you are awakening to your inner being. You are having an awakening experience. Maybe you're in the middle of a freaking black night soul. The dark night of the soul. You might be going through that, and so this message may seem strange to you, because it's like, what's up with all this hope all of a sudden? What's up with all these positive emotions and positive directions? Like, I don't feel like I'm going anywhere with that stuff. It's like, well, you don't know. Life is full of surprises, and the one thing you can rely on, and the one thing that's unchanging, is that things constantly change. So don't get married to the idea that you're stuck in this structure of whatever you feel trapped in, okay? Like, you're awakening to your inner being, you're awakening to your deeper emotions, you're getting in touch with yourself more and more by having positive thoughts and staying hopeful for the future, because the universe is with you, and that's helping you make the decisions that are actually bringing you to a higher level, to healing, to whatever it is you need to take it to the next level. You've got this. You're on your way. There are more major arcana cards here than minor arcana. There's literally one, okay? So, and that's you. So the universe is kind of like carrying you. I just saw this visual of like, you are the shell, and this lady is the universe, even though this card represents you at the moment. You're being held and carried so lovingly and so gently into the future, into a bigger, brighter, better future for yourself. But this reading and this card message is literally saying to you, like, you are loved, you are held, we've got your back, you're being taken care of, no need to worry. And once you allow that hope to come in, you can loosen your grip a little bit. And once you loosen that grip a little bit, that will create more space for positivity and love to come in. And once that happens, your mindset will start to shift in a positive direction. You'll be able to hear your inner voice better. You'll be able to get in touch with your emotions better. And that will have this snowball effect of you being able to grow this amazingness that's within you, that's like waiting to burst out and move into this direction. Like, you are on the up and up, okay? You're going from the shore to the mountaintop, okay? Like, it's an amazing journey, and I am really, really excited for you. There might be some, don't forget to keep in mind that balancing yourself out is really important. And when I'm going to be specific again with what I mean when I say that is, pay attention to how much of what you're giving your time and attention and energy to. If you're out and you've got something scheduled, like if you've got 3 things with 3 different friends scheduled in one day and you're doing that every day to the point where you come home exhausted, then you need to spend more time home so you're not exhausted. You get what I'm saying? So just take that and extrapolate it out to whatever is applicable in your life specifically. Okay. Two more things. We're gonna get a stone for you at the very end. I have a whole box of tumbled stones, and I'm going to rifle through them, and I'm going to randomly pick a stone without looking, and that stone's energy is going to be really helpful for you to be able to like help you through this transition of moving and transcending to a higher version of yourself and a higher place and a higher status in this physical reality and your internal reality as well. It's like your internals are shifting for the better. Your emotions, your intuition, everything is transcending for you right now, taking it to the next level. So I'm going to do that at the very end. Before that, I am going to draw a card from this deck. This is the Mindful Collective Daily Affirmations. So I love affirmations. They have helped me through so much trauma and so much crap that otherwise I would have been stuck in. So, and I used to think so negatively of myself, so much negativity going through my mind, and I still struggle with it every once in a while. And having an affirmation really, really helps with being able to reprogram your mind to have more positive thoughts. And I just have to show you the artwork on this. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I love this. Okay. It says, I am magnetic when I stand in my power. Yes. Wow. That's exactly the perfect end cap for this reading here, because that is what you're doing. You are stepping into your power, moving into your power. What is the point of all of this but to help you move into your power? And when you are in your seat of power, in your body, in your mind, in your emotions, in your heart, in your gut, whatever, you are a powerful source for change. You are magnetic, and the people and the places and the situations and the things and the money and the health, anything that you need and you want is just going to go shoop directly towards you. No stopping it. Once you really step into your power, you will become magnetic. And how you can tell, well, how do I know I'm in my power? Well, are things being attracted to you? Are you driving people away, or are you drawing people in with just you being yourself? That's how you know whether you're in your power or not. And I just got to say, your ego is not true power. The society and the way the world would tell you what power isn't the full picture. It's a part of the picture, but it's not the full picture. The true power is like the ocean. The ocean is just a powerful beast, and yet can be the most gentle, soothing thing of our lives, the most healing thing of our lives. And there's so much life and abundance and death and destruction, and it's just power, raw power. And the ocean is just being the ocean. The ocean is not full of ego. The ocean isn't trying to be anything else. The ocean just is itself. And in that lies its power. In that lies your power. Your power is innate. Your worth is innate. You are here to bring something beautiful into this world, whether it's just you as a person or something that you make. It doesn't matter. You are what the world needs right now. You deep down, the true you, the you that goes beyond thought, beyond ego. The you that is joyful, the you that is powerful, the you that has direction, the you that can hear your own wishes and desires that go beyond the ego and that connect deeply to your own soul. Okay, well, thank you so much for watching this. I am going to pull a stone for you before we leave. as the final thing. And I'm just really happy that you're here hanging out with me. I really enjoyed reading this for you. I hope that I didn't come off too harsh. Sometimes I can be a little harsh when I convey messages. So, okay, anyway, let me get this crystal thing. Whoops, sorry, bumped the camera. Okay. And I know it can be a bit loud, so I'm gonna mix it up and pick one away from the mic. And I just wanted to show you the box here. It's a little box that I got for Christmas that I put all my stones in. Okay. Okay. Take a look at, oh gosh, I keep bumping the camera. I'm sorry. Take a look at this. Take a look at that. Can you see that? I'm trying to get my camera to... So this is fluorite, and this fluorite is green, very light green, but it's green. And this is all about mental clarity and connecting with the heart. So really connecting your mind with your heart is going to help bring a lot of clarity to you. Also focus. It's a very structure, focus, very good for learning new things and retaining information. So this would be, I feel like a catalyst when I hold this stone. Like this is a catalyst for you to move in the direction that you are meant to move. That is the feeling I get when I hold this stone, is like you get yourself a piece of fluorite and it's going to help you focus and have clear thoughts and clear mind, which is going to help you connect deeply with your own emotions and your own intuition, which is going to help you with this whole message has been about in making the decisions that are taking you forward into the direction of your soul. So, okay. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.